episode 4 of Chronicles of Dad on Gav Mac.
Devo.
Here we are doing our thing. Pirate Studios in Birmingham. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, YouTube. We're starting to get a few subscribers now, which is nice. Appreciate that. And we're also starting to get a few messages and stuff coming from people and a couple of questions and that. I'll probably go into it in the next episode. No, just keep the feedback coming. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Find us all over the place, as I said, like Spotify, Apple Music, etc., etc.
Indeedy. Yes, indeedy. So this one, we're going to speak about the actual birth of, well, my children and your child. At least we were there for those ones. We don't know. There may be others, as we covered in the last episode. But yeah, the birth of our children, and also then the first few weeks of being a natural father, and how we found that, and how we felt, and stuff like that. So
I'm glad we're adding the first few weeks and stuff, because I was going to say that's 2 weeks on the spin where you mugged me off with like, oh, my dad's great. My dad wasn't there. Oh, the birth was this. Mine was snipped out. It's like...
Well, that's what it's about. It's about different experiences. It would be boring if we had the exact same story.
Oh, yeah, it's dead food, isn't it? I would have fabricated it otherwise, you know what I mean?
No, it's good. But to be fair, you know what? Like the thought of a kind of cesarean is weird. It's so weird to me that you could have an appointment, rock up, and then just be like...
Walk out with a baby a couple of hours later.
Pop out a few hours later with a baby. That's weird.
Yeah.
I find that so strange. I know a few people have had that. It's like, yeah, we're booked in for this. It's like, what? You know
That's
what
why I was so confident telling you that I weren't available on X day. But I think at that point you still thought that she was due on the 21st.
Well, she was
and
due
yours
like...
was due...
No, we would... Mahali was like a week
was 6,
late.
weren't she?
She was a week
born,
late.
Due on the 6th.
I think she was 6th or something around
Yeah,
there. So she
6th or
was
the 7th,
she was a
something
week
like that.
late.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I can't remember how did it happen. I think I was at work. I was at work. Because I was working in the bar at that time, Matthew's Yard. Big up, Safe.
Big up Matthew's Yard.
And Leone. Big them up always. So yeah, I was at work, and Abby, I think, was it on the 11th? It was on the 11th. So when I got home, Abby was like, she was watching TV, and then she told me, sheepishly, she's like, oh, I have to tell you this, but all day I felt like liquid trickling down my leg, and I think I've been pissed with myself. I was like, no, that's your waters.
Yeah.
Your waters are breaking slowly.
It's time to go.
We need to call the hospital right now.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So all day this has been happening. She waited for me to get home. I worked till about 10. So I'd have got home quite late. So then, call my dad, pick us up. We go to the hospital, get to the hospital, and they're like, obviously this time it's lockdown. So Abby goes in, I'm sat in the waiting area, and for a good 3 hours, nothing's happened. And then they come and get me, and they're like, you could go in, but you have to be quiet and just... So obviously I call my dad, so Dad, go home.
Yeah.
Because whatever. So we go in, and what pissed me off is there was like another family, a full family, in like another cubicle. I'm like, so why have I been sat outside for 3 hours? You know what I mean? So go in, I'm sat on the floor, and they've induced her now, and they're expecting things to move. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
So the next day, they're like, okay, we'll take you into another ward or whatever. We'll set you up and we'll give you another, induce you in some other way. I can't remember. It's the way that she didn't want. I can't remember exactly what it is. But it's the way that now you're supposed to feel everything like even more.
Oh.
So they induced her. So then I was like, right, do you want the epidural? She was like, yes.
Yeah.
Give me the epidural. So they give her the epidural, and the guy couldn't. He's like poking around about 3 attempts before he actually got the epidural in the right place. And this needle's long.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
This needle's long.
Yeah.
So this man's just stabbing her up. True say it's in South London. It's tooting. So
it's normal behaviour.
It's normal. He's probably like, right, you know what I mean?
I'm on his bedtime, bro.
I mean, just bore her up. You know what I mean? So he's like just doing all these things. So I'm sitting there feeling like a pleb because I can't do nothing. So now she's all drowsy because she's got Holipa drugs in her.
Yeah.
And all this stuff. They've set her up with a catheter.
Yeah.
She can't move. Once you got the epidural, they set you up with that. The girl put that in wrong. Do you know what I mean? So they're just stabbing up my missus.
Wow.
This hospital, there's so many things they did wrong. So now we're just waiting, and then eventually she starts like feeling pain again.
Mm-hmm.
So like, but the epidural should have.
It should
I
have
mean,
kicked in by now.
shouldn't be no pain. So they're trying to kick up the thing. So the more they I can't remember what they put it in, but it's supposed to make the induce happen quicker. Trying to speed it up anyway. I can't remember what they put in it. But while they're doing that, she's feeling more and more intense pain. But the woman's like, right, every hour we're going to top it up. So I'll come back in an hour. And I was like, it's hurting. So then they get another woman in and she comes in to check the epidural and she goes, oh, he's not done it right. So she puts in the next one.
Oh.
So all this stuff, she's like, until that kicks in, you're going to feel intense pain. So she's going through all of this. Mm-hmm. But we was in that hospital. So we went in on the night of the 11th, all day the 12th. And then eventually Mahalia turns up on the 13th.
Yeah.
About 3 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So all this time, and now I've slept on the floor and all this. But my overall feeling was, I'm so useless at this moment.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do. I'm just watching her in like intense pain, trying to sleep, but she can't because they keep coming every hour to do all this stuff to her.
All the testing thing.
To the point where she was just completely out of it. So when they're trying to tell her to push her stuff, she can't.
Well, I've got nothing left.
There was also student nurses in there.
Oh Lord.
So there's student nurses in there, and one of the nurses, and I swear not, when it came time to push and everything like that, she stood there chatting to another nurse, and she's talking about a stillborn, something about stillborn, and I'm hearing this. I'm like, that is not what we need to hear now. Like, there was no suggestion that is what...
Is that, so they were basically like trying to say like in this situation, blah, 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 teaching the students or something?
No. So it was one of the student nurses was just talking to another nurse on the other side of the room. So it was nothing to do with us. They were having a private conversation.
Right.
But I could hear it.
I don't want to hear that.
I'm like, no one needs to hear that at this point. There was no indication that there was anything wrong with Mahalia or anything like that. But at the same time, thankfully, Abby couldn't hear that because she was out of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want her to panic or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I shot them a look, and I'm like, "You're not helping here," kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then eventually, the woman's asking Abby to move, and she's out of it. She can't move. She can't feel her legs, and like we're all trying to move around and all this stuff to get her into another position to help the. But once she was actually got into another position, Mahalia came pretty quickly after that. But then she was torn and all this stuff, and had to sew her up. And
where were you? Were you?
So I was. I said to myself, I'm not going to look.
Yeah.
I said that, but then they say, "Do you want to look?" And I felt such guilt.
Yeah, but
at that point,
yeah.
If I was to say no, I'd have felt like a dickhead.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh yeah, all right," and you look and everything's mashed up. You're like, "Oh no,
I just put my things in that."
you know what I mean? That is like one of the worst things you ever seen in your life. You're like, "Oh my god."
I never know what. I've never seen what it looks like. I've never had to. I've always been like intrigued.
The worst thing is, when Malachi was born, the exact same thing happened. They're like, "Do you want to look?" And I said to her, "No." "Do you want to look?" "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, I've got
no. But you feel like you have to.
Yeah, I think.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be judged at that point.
Well, because I need to see every moment of my child being born.
I had that to do with my child. I just didn't want to feel judged. I didn't want the nurse to judge me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at this idiot. Look at him. Bad father
Typical
already.
Black man.
You know what I mean? Horrible father already. You know what I mean?
He ain't going to last. He ain't going to hang around, is he?
So I thought,
Black man, white woman.
I'll have a look. I'll have a look. And I wish I hadn't. And then, Mahalia come out, and Abby says she remembers Mahalia come out, and she was just like, eyes wide open, like shocked to be there, kind of thing.
She had full on barnet straight away.
Full of
you sent
hair.
me the picture. You're like, kids here, sort of thing. I was like,
full on hair.
How old is that child? Do you know what I mean? Like,
and she was big as well.
More head than me.
Was it 9, 8 or something like that?
Oh,
she was a big child. She was big.
Yeah, I was like good 8.5, 8, 10. Yeah.
And then they asked you to snip the umbilical cord, and that thing is tough. Oh, that thing is tough.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like,
yeah, it's like, bro, what man, innit? You know, work out.
Yeah.
Clearly not.
yeah. And you snip that. And then, it was just, they say, to do the skin to skin thing, so you do that.
Yeah.
Just because that's what you're supposed to do. And holding there, and it's like, what is going on now? Like, what is this? At that moment, it's like, this is it. Nothing will ever change. It's like, I left home.
Yeah.
It was just me and Abby.
Yeah.
And now I'm never going to go home, and it's just going to be me and her again.
Facts, yeah.
It's just such a strange feeling to think about.
Did you... I've said this to enough people, and because a few weeks ago, James Green does like Sky Sports and one of them sort of thing there, because he's been going through all with like baby loss and one sort of thing there, and his missus, and like there's been like he's been campaigning. I've been trying, and finally a few weeks ago became a dad. And I'll tell you what, when I saw it, I bawled. I couldn't, because I knew how much it meant to him. I know what it means to people in general, but him in particular, I knew how much it meant to him. From the first moment we met, we've always stayed in contact, we've always chatted, whatever. Well, I said to him, and I said, I must have asked you, and we've spoken about it before, and enough people, you think you know love until you see your child's for the first time, your child's eyes for the first time, and especially a girl. Like, all my mates that I've had boys, they're like, yeah, I love my kid, but I've seen the change, the transition from having between having a boy and having a girl, excuse me, as the first child, and just seeing the instant change and understanding and feeling the instant love. It's a different feeling, isn't it?
It is a different feeling. It's hard to describe it. Obviously, this is someone that you've literally just met.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's someone you've literally just met. But I suppose it's the overriding feeling of, right, I have a purpose now.
Yeah.
And I think that is, I've said that to Abby before. I said, thank you, because like, I've never really been into anything. I've never had a career where I feel like, oh, I need to give my all to this. I've never really had, and I've never really felt that I've given myself to something 100%.
Yeah.
But as soon as my kids were around, it's like, that's my purpose. This is what I was here. This is what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is the job that I was supposed to have.
That's so lame.
And I feel like, that the moment Mahali was there, I think at first, because of everything that was going on, we was both exhausted. I'd been sleeping on the floor 2 nights in this freezing cold hospital room.
And then when it came, in 20 minutes.
Yeah. And then, so when she came, it was a good kind of thing of relief that she's finally here, kind of thing. And after a while, you know, it was because they took her away and did tests and stuff, and then it was just kind of looking after. Abby was so out of it that she thought that when we went home, we had to get the Eurostar to go home. She was mashed.
Oh, wow.
She thought we was getting on the Eurostar. So she was so pumped full of drugs and stuff. And then she couldn't walk. I had to like literally take her in a wheelchair to the shower and shower her off and stuff.
Oh shit!
Because she'd had epidural for like 2 days.
Oh yeah, just
gone.
Just useless. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So and then she had to stay in and stuff like that.
How old was that? Like, so how long did she have to stay in hospital for?
Not long. She didn't have to stay in for long.
Well, like just 2 nights. It
was overnight. But with Malachi, she has to stay in for a week.
Oh, Ras.
So, yeah, because
we'll touch on that in a minute.
We'll come to that. But yeah,
but like, so from that then, what did you do that night?
Went home, slept, and the thing is, I thought I wouldn't be able to sleep, but I was exhausted, so I slept all right. And then next morning, I went back with fresh clothes and everything like that.
Were you allowed in early doors the following day?
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah, and it was a case of Mahali was bigger than we thought. So we bought all these new born sizes.
Yeah.
She could literally fit into one. She could only fit into one outfit. So I had to come and bring other outfits for her or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, they discharged us the next day. My dad came and took us home. I remember because we got in the car and Craig David 7 Days was playing. And I was like, the first song my child's ever going to hear in her life is Craig David.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
The first song I heard was UOVNO. I don't even know why. I don't know, like, because like whilst Janet was pregnant, a lot of the times, no matter where we're watching TV or whatever, I'd always get one of my AirPods and stick it in her belly button. just feeding reggae music to her. That was it. But when she was born, I don't know what, I think I must have came on or something, and me and Cotton we were chatting about it, and she was like having a little cry. Like, not really a cry, is it? Like, shut up, you clappers. You know? And then, I don't know why, but I was like, I just started like rapping along to it, and I played it, stopped.
Yeah.
I was like, I swear. So for the first couple of weeks, UOENO was her jam.
Right.
Mad. Yeah.
Okay. Bit Kendrick.
Yeah. So like, I obviously Super Bowl was a couple of months ago. I didn't like. Sorry, I know it's a side note. And we should have spoke about it a few weeks ago, but like, I needed a couple of months just to make peace with what happened on the day, you know. But I remember we are 2-time Super Bowl champion. You know, back to back, and we made it to Super Bowl for the third time. No other team's done that, so you know, this is good, you know, and like
And,
Patrick Mahomes still
what
got
goes on with him.
257 yards and 3 touchdowns, but no one wants to talk about that. Xavier Worthy had a game.
Because no one talks about the loser.
Xavier Worthy had a game, yeah, over 150 yards
Yeah.
in the game.
It counts to nothing.
Yeah, anyway. So, Kendrick's performance was dead. I think Kendrick is also a little bit dead.
So, there was a conversation on your Facebook a few months ago regarding this. And I liked the performance. I think the performance was great.
The meaning behind the performance was fantastic. It was phenomenal.
I like the way it's delivered was brilliant as well. I like the setup, the visuals and everything like that. I think his skill and able to rap that live with no backing track, his breathing control and stuff, and to censor himself is, considering how much he swears in his music, was really well done. I'm not a big fan of Kendrick music.
Thank you.
I'm not a big fan of Kendrick.
I understand. Like Drake if you like,
No, I prefer to listen to Drake because he just makes nonsense music that's easy
to hear.
It's easy to hear. You just put it on and just you're not actually listening to Drake. It's just like it works on the ears. Whereas Kendrick, I feel like I understand his music. I understand the meaning behind his music. I understand why people really like him.
Yeah.
But I found it hard to delve into his albums and stuff.
Yeah,
I listened to Not Like Us and I'm like, yeah, it's a decent jam. Yeah. It's good. But I don't like his flow on that song. No. I think it's a bit all over the place sometimes. And I find a lot of his music is quite hard to digest. Yeah. I don't want to sit there and have to really, really listen.
I just want to listen to it. That's why
I just want to listen to something while I'm walking to work.
That's why I like Rick Ross. I love Rick Ross.
Yeah, I've seen Rick Ross a couple times.
I've seen him a few times.
In Croatia, he's really good.
Yeah.
No, I'm a big fan of Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Early Rick Ross.
Yeah,
early Rick Ross. Yeah, but the first couple albums, I was like, that's my jam.
Yeah, it's bad. Anyway, we digress. Yo Yeah No was the jam that that Ireland was listening to.
J-Rock, I prefer J-Rock to Kendrick. But anyway, carry on.
J-Rock had a really good album.
Yeah, J-Rock's really good.
Yeah, the one with like Outside Out of Mind.
Yeah, that's a good album.
Banging album.
That's a really good album.
Redemption.
Yeah.
Scissor. Scissor. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, when I was born, it was easy. So I was reading Dev Badger's book. Just sitting there chilling. They were like, "You can't be in here at the moment." I was like, "All right, fuck it then, I'll leave then." So I went to Super Sausage, got myself a fry-up, waiting for a phone call. They were like, "You've been called back." I was like, "Sound." So I got called back to get there for 1 o'clock. Got there at 1 o'clock. They were like, "Right, we're wheeling her down." And I was like, "You all right, Janet?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm sound, yeah," because she hadn't been...
Yeah.
Excuse me. So we're getting there about 1:15. Jabbed up. She was like, "Oh, I feel sick." And you know me.
Yeah.
We're not friends.
Yeah.
We don't get along. And thankfully, she wasn't sick. And then 1:26, she was out.
Wow. That's crazy to
9 minutes. Bosh, out. Bosh, here are you?
That is so crazy.
How's your nan? But like, she, her oxygen level, I think 90 is it has to be 90 and above.
Right.
And we're calm. It was 89. And it's flipping between 88 and 89. And I'm like, she's fine, because I'm that way inclined. Just going, "Nah, she's fine, you get on with it, whatever." Well, no, we need to, I'm like, right, don't make me panic.
Yeah.
Right, the kid's just fucking been born, right? And I ain't losing her. I ain't losing her either.
Yeah.
Right? So, get that to 90.
Yeah. So we can go home.
Do you know what I mean? So, no, it stayed on 89. Just on the 8. It didn't go up anymore, didn't go down anymore. It was just fixed. But she looked fine. She looked healthy enough, and she seemed to be breathing fine. But like, they're the rules, and I was like, I respect that completely because it's a brand new life. She's been here for less than an hour.
Yeah.
You know. I can't remember if I mentioned it at that point or not, because it was obviously a few weeks ago. But like, we were watching Kingdom, and we were gonna call her Maya in the end. Yeah. But then, I was in charge of like making sure that I abided by the rules from Janet that she gave me, strict instruction, and they were given, and she was out of it, but I did the right thing. I was scared. I was like, what if I accidentally start with an M?
Yeah.
You know? But nah, it was calm. But strong, you know? Strong. So like on so obviously, just like you, skin to skin ting, did that. And it was special. It was wild. Like, because you sent me you didn't send me the pictures on Isla's birthday, so to speak.
Mm.
I was like, 'cause I sent you me and the scrubs, and then
Yeah.
you replied with you and your
Yeah.
scrubs,
Yeah.
and we were like, yeah.
Yeah.
Scrub motherfuckers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, look at us.
But so was Isla like covered in shit?
So
when
it
she
was
came
like
out.
it was almost like, you know, like when your skin's like super dry, but then you get wet yourself, like get yourself wet, not wet yourself, but like, so then it's like peely skin.
Yeah.
It was like that. There wasn't any really like blurred stuff knocking around, and like, because like they must have literally just got in that right
Yeah, and it's
slot and just went,
Yeah.
and out she came, and like
Yeah.
she went crying when she came out, and I was like, fuck, she's dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, it's just because like she's not had to
just
go through the
She's not
trauma.
had the stress of actually pushing her out.
yeah,
and stuff.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was just like, and then she was
Like,
like,
what the fuck?
you know, like yeah,
That must be so confusing for a baby.
yeah, it's like, what the
Like,
fuck?
at least if you're getting pushed through, you're like, what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah,
And if this doesn't like to pull you out and go, there you go, you're like,
yeah. It's
What?
like, what's going on?
what the fuck
Yeah.
is this?
And then
Yeah.
like they don't have to do like the thing that they do like in the 70s and stuff. Baby's not crying, slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby's fine. But like yeah, so she was all right. And then I was trying to put change the nappy, put a nappy on her, which is hilarious. You know, like newborn nappies are jokes, aren't they?
Tiny.
Like, there's nothing to them.
Yeah.
And then put a vest on her, and I was trying to put a vest on her. She was stiff arming,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't want to break her.
Yeah, and then the nurses just take over and they're just like,
Yeah, little grips on her up and that. I'm like, what are you doing to my kid, bro? I'm like,
yeah. No, bless them. Like, because you're so, they're like, oh shit, this child's so delicate, I don't know what I'm doing. And
Yeah.
it's like, so that is not my first thought, but one of my later thoughts was, this baby's covered in shit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I've got this baby on my chest that's covered in shit. You know what I mean? Like, and then they're like, oh, we'll just wipe her off for you. I was like, yes, thank you.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, because
mean-
I don't really
Yeah.
want all this. Yeah, get it
Yeah.
off me.
But yeah, I struggled to put the baby's clothes on. The midwife had to do it for me. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
It was too. I was just so scared of like if I move her arm too much, will it break?
Snap
and
it.
that-
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I snap it, then I'm fucked, really, ain't I?
Then-
But then when they're that young,
Yeah.
they repair quickly, don't they? So I've been told. So like, if I do break her arm by accident, well, you know, it'll be fine. You know, it'll be all good.
So that first night when you went home,
Yes.
how did that work?
So like we went to, so it started off with born that sort of time, 1-ish, like all by sort of like 2-ish we were pretty sorted. About 3-ish we were able to go to the ward. So I went down to the ward. I was able to stay till 7 because lockdown.
Yeah.
But they were having a changeover of staff, and they respected that. Just become dad first time, guest, just become mum for the second time, and she's out of it, needs my support, wants my support. And they were like, well, we're changing over at the moment. The next shift starts at 8 o'clock. Wink. I was like, sick, get to stay for another hour. So then that's what I did, and just hung around until I knew I had to leave. Because mum and baby, they're fine. It's just precaution. So just keep you in, but they're both fine. They're both doing their thing, and it was nice. So I left, and I was like, right then, because it was lockdown, but not full lockdown, was it?
Yeah.
So I went to Spoons. I got played the Spoons game. First time I played the Spoons game, I was like, just become dad for the first time. Whee! Shot, spears, I got fucked.
Yeah.
I was like, because like. I'm celebrating.
Yeah.
I'm celebrating, me and Cotton. It was just me and Cotton. Like, just me and Cotton. We went down, we was chatting shit, and then like a few people that like from Twitter and like and all that sort of stuff, they were sending us drinks. Girl like Lisa, big up Lisa, Goon and Lisa, she knows who she is. You know, like she was like, yeah, just sent a load of shots and beers and stuff. You know, congratulations for becoming dad for us. I was like, gassed, yeah. So I was like, mash up, left it. What time I meant to leave. Woke up in the morning because I weren't allowed to go to the hospital till 2, and that's why I got mash up.
Yeah.
Because if I was going in early, calm,
Yeah.
but I weren't going until 2. Enough time to lock down. And that,
Yeah.
So then I actually recorded the following morning.
Yeah.
Did the Champions League show with Ed and
Oh,
Cotton, and I was fine. And then got myself into town, jammed for a couple of hours, like at the hospital, and then we were allowed to leave at about 5-ish. So then the obligatory photo with
Yeah.
the, you know,
The baby carrier,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then got home and it was like, right. So like, Isla's brother was staying with his dad. My mum calls him Graham. So for this show, he's called Graham.
Yeah.
It's like the dad is called Graham, not the child. So yeah, he was with Graham, and we then just I'm trying to figure out. She's done it before, and I'm sure in weeks and weeks to come we'll talk about first time and experience and how sometimes it's a benefit and sometimes it's a hindrance.
Yeah.
But early doors here, absolute benefit. And I'll tell you what, without Janet, I have no fucking idea what I would have done. Like she's a great mother, and I've never badmouthed her parenting. But what she was doing in that first few weeks, gold fucking star, mate. Honestly, she was brilliant, and like because she was breastfeeding as well. Her brother didn't breastfeed because he's got a lot of stuff going on or whatever. But yeah, so it was an experience for Janet, and I feel like she needed that to assert her stance on the fact that she's a mother.
Yeah.
Because I know how some women feel like when they can't breastfeed, it's like, well, I don't feel connected to my kid. But she was, and she needed that.
Yeah.
And I genuinely think if Isla wasn't able to breastfeed, I think Janet's mind would have been completely fucked.
Right. Yeah.
And
there's a lot of pressure,
bro.
Breastfeeding is something that because the second time around when we went to the NCT, we did the child's kind of those groups where they go right.
Yeah.
Second time around we did that.
Yeah.
And I feel that was massive for because we didn't get to do it the first time. So when it came to like breastfeeding and stuff, I just thought it was thinking the baby just put the baby there.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah,
it does it.
On. Yeah.
It don't do that shit.
No.
And the midwives in St. George's in Tooting, fucking useless.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They didn't help at
Fuck
all.
St. George's in Tooting.
Yeah, they didn't help at all. So by the time we got home, and the first night we got home, we was like, put Mahalia to bed and we'll just go sleep.
Yeah.
No, didn't happen. Put it down. Oh
Lord.
Oh shit. So we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
We've had no sort of training or nothing before that because there was no. We did some online stuff, but
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
So, and that woman made money. Oh my gosh, she made money.
Well, the online girl.
The online girl. It was £10 per hour, and she had a good 20 people in the class.
Right,
and she was doing like 4 or 5 of those a day.
Wow.
She made so much money out of lockdown.
Yeah.
Oh, unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
invite her on.
Anyway, I can't remember what her name was. She was funny though. She was funny. But you know what I didn't like about it though is because halfway through she'll be talking to her kids, and they'll be running around. And she'll be like, "No." I was like, "Hold on, I'm paying you."
Yeah,
for this.
exactly. It's my time.
No. Don't be talking about that. I need to know what I'm doing with my baby.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we get home. The first night we think, right, put her down, and then she's not sleeping. So Abby's trying to breastfeed, but she can't because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So she would express and we'd do bottle feeds. So we kind of worked out from there.
To do that. She didn't take the bottle
didn't
at all.
take the bottle.
Tits only.
See, but that's where because we've done both. So she breastfed with Malachi, so we'll come on to that. But with Mahalia, for myself, when I quite like doing the bottle feeds because I felt like I was doing something.
I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
And that's where I think there was a bit of disconnect as well. So like I would get
the
up
first
with
few
her.
weeks, you are just sitting there going, what am I doing?
I'm just here.
Yeah, I'm just here. I'm useless. Yeah.
Because like we tried to do that. We tried everything.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't happening. She only took titty. And I'm like, they're my breasts. I've got to wait a long time for them to come back. I remember, I think it was about a month. What happened to you? My breast, no man.
Yeah.
So I remember about a month or so after like our kids were born. I remember my mates, Lainey and Liv, they came around. They're parents now, and I love that.
Yeah.
So but yeah, they came round for like Chinese and stuff. It was nice. It was good. We were able to chat, and they had a little hold and a cuddle and that sort of stuff. It was great. But you two were out.
Yeah.
You two went out, and we were pissed.
Why?
Because you man were out enjoying yourself. Because Mahadi was able to have a bottle.
Oh, I get you.
You were able to go out for a couple of hours. You know, it didn't have to be all night, overnight. You were just able to
Leave the
spend
house.
some time together, just you two, because that's so fucking important.
Yeah.
I don't think me and Janet ever did that. What we didn't, or what by the time we did, I felt like it was too late.
But again, that's another thing that that's never occurred to me because we were able to, like, as long as she's expressed, we've got milk, we've got it in the fridge, we've just got,
Yeah.
you know, that anyone could come around and just sort it out. That's nothing that I wouldn't have thought of. That you guys can't, you know, Janet can't leave the baby for
Literally
2 hours.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So like for my return was as soon as like she's fed, come to me, because like first 2 weeks I booked holiday because paternity is £140 a week. I was on that nearly a day, so like I can't at the time, so like I couldn't afford to have 2 weeks paternity. So I was like, I booked 2 weeks holiday. Luckily, lockdown allowed me to keep my holiday.
Yeah.
Went back to work for 2 weeks. Excuse me, in the office, and then lockdown 2 happened. So I was home forever after that. So then, but like, excluding those 2 weeks, as soon as she's fed, comes Daddy, right? We'll jam and we'll sit and she'll lay on my chest. And I remember Janet saying to me one time, she goes, enjoy that, because that ain't gonna last forever. I was like, fuck off, mate.
Yeah, but the amount of people that said that, enjoy this because it won't last forever. But it seems like forever when you're not sleeping.
Nah, I loved
You know
it.
what I
I
mean?
loved it because then like one day, I don't know what day it was,
Yeah.
but I tried to put it on my chest just to chill. She didn't. Livid. Livid.
Yeah, it goes
So
quick.
yeah, I mean, like the first couple of weeks, it was like because my boy Stu Mitchell over in the States, big up yourself, much love to you. He got us. I can't remember what it's called now, but it's like the little doc. Oh, it's called Doc Baby or Baby Doc or something. Might be the brand name. That's yeah. But like it's literally like you put them in, can't move.
Oh yeah.
Can't move. They're locked in.
Yeah.
But they're there. You just put them on the sofa. Like, lay them on the sofa. Just pop them in. And even if they did try and roll over, not happening, bro.
First few weeks they can't. And this is the best thing.
Yeah.
'Cause and I've said this to my friend, a friend of mine at work, his baby's now starting to roll. I was like, now you're fucked.
Yeah, you fucked. Yeah.
You're fucked now.
Yeah.
Because when they're early, you just put them on the sofa and you just
Yeah.
chill.
You go, ha.
You can't move.
Yeah.
You know, but once they start rolling, now it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to move that. Oh, I have to move that. All that shit. But the first few weeks, just to go back, like, I think for me mentally it was very tough
Yeah.
because it was very much, what am I
doing?
doing? What can I do? How can I help? And it was, I think, we took it in shifts because we found the best way for us to do it is if Abby stays up for like 4 hours, and then I'll wake up and I'll do 4 hours till about 5, 6 in the morning, and then we'll kind of just get on with the day from there.
yeah.
So we had like and we could do that because we could bottle feed. But I think if it was just breastfeeding,
It's tough, mate.
I don't know if I would have been able. Like I would have just been like, well,
Man, my
fuck
body
am I
was
doing here?
My body was filled with guilt, mate.
Yeah.
Because like at times, because I remember saying to her, I was like, I know I can't do anything, but when you get up, I will just get up with you just to support.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, it got to a point where she would get up to feed, and she'd wake me and take fucking age to wake me because I'm out of it.
Yeah.
But then when I do wake up, I'm like just sat on the edge of the bed, and I'm just like just leaning, you know, and like Janet's doing everything. She's literally doing it, and I'm doing nothing. But I can't do anything, and I don't know what to do, and it's hard. It's hard.
I feel like I'm not, obviously for a woman it is a very stressful time. It's a very I feel like there's never anything said about fathers in those first few weeks.
Yeah,
because you don't want to see your you know, Abby was in pain still because she was dealing with the stitches and stuff. Her back was fucked.
And and Janet's the same because she weren't allowed to lift anything for 6 weeks, anything at all. She weren't allowed to stretch. She weren't allowed to do anything. Like even like trying to get in and out the bath. You know, like we had We had a shower in the ensuite, but other than that, it was all like just going up and down the stairs, long because stitches and like your stomach's been cut open, mate. Like your belly's cut open, and like it's just dead tissue under that afterwards. So like just getting it to the point of firmness, dead tissue, it's long. So I had to do everything. It's not I had to do everything. Like, that's not a problem. I don't mind doing that, but it's literally everything. So like even to the point of like picking Isla up to pass over to do it, because like any form of like sudden stretches could end up cutting that open, and then you're done. Yeah. Really. That could kill you. Yeah. Really, truly, because if something goes wrong in there and the internal bleeding and all that sort of thing there. So I'm like panicking. Weren't allowed to drive. She weren't allowed to drive or anything like that, which is fair enough, lockdown, whatever. But yeah, it's just.
It's a very strange time, I think, is that first couple of weeks as you're getting used to. And again, it's the and overall during riding as well is that the very many times I've found myself going, wow, this is it. Like, this child's here.
Yeah.
This is it. Like, I have a child now. It's such a strange realization. Like, you walk out of the room and you go to do something and you come back and be like, oh, shit, yeah, you're there.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, yeah, you're here forever. You're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
It's a very strange kind of time, the adaptive period.
What was the difference between Kai and Mahalia? So like obviously you've done it before.
Yeah.
But this is different times. One, it's a different time.
Yeah.
Two, it's a boy. Three, it's not locked down anymore.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a lot. I mean, the pregnancy itself was pretty straightforward, to be honest. We got to do the NCT, which I think helped quite a lot. Although we had already done it before.
Yeah.
It was nice to see different ways of doing it. But I think as a parent, you kind of just figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But we did the NCT and it was good. No, I didn't read any books. I didn't want to read
Some
books.
Parents do though, don't they? And it's like, I've read this book, I need to read that.
Abby read a lot of books. I didn't want to because it's like, I don't want to hear all of these different things and confuse myself.
It's my youth, bro.
But the actual, the day Malachi came, because he was late as well. He's even more late than what Mahalia was. But the day he arrived was the day I was supposed to have my Christmas do at work. It was my first one.
Yeah.
And I had bought a ticket. We had to pay for a ticket, Tifa and Ross. We had to pay for a ticket.
Deep.
But then Abby was like, you should go. I was like, I'm not going.
Absolutely
because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get there. There's going to be no reception when I get there. You're going to try and contact me. Not going to be able to. And then by the time you get through to me, I'll be drunk. And then I'll get there. It'll be too late. Baby was here.
Yeah.
So I gave my ticket away. Wow. And then literally that night, the party was supposed to start at 7. 8 o'clock, our waters went. So imagine if I did go now. So then we called the hospital and we said, look, water's gone. They said, right, come down for a checkup. Contractions or whatever they are, I can't remember what they were. I was like, come down for a checkup. Don't bother bringing a bag or anything, it's just a checkup. He's like, we're going to take the bag. Do you know what I mean? Just for safe. Got there about 10 something. Waited to go into the ward because it was full up. I had to wait for someone to leave before we could go in there. Wow. Remember, this is Chesterfield now. Hospital around is big.
Yeah.
Hospital's not as big. So this is Chesterfield.
Yeah.
So much better than St. George's, by the way.
Oh, really?
But yeah, we wanted to have a water bath, couldn't do it because the thing was taken up. But anyway, we got in there. They came to check, put us in the ward. Came to check. Okay, we're just gonna go do this and come back. By the time they come back, there's like, yeah, you're not going home. That baby's coming.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was born just after midnight, about 1ish or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was a lot quicker than what Mahalia was.
And how did Abs like go through that as well? Like in terms of her experience, like from what she said anyway.
Both of them were pretty rough because it happened so quick. She couldn't have any drugs the second time around. So she did it completely natural.
All pain.
So it was all pain.
all
pain. So there was like, the thing is, we asked for it, and there was like, oh no, it's fine. The baby's not coming yet. And then they came back, and I was like, yeah, you're giving birth. So she's like, can I have the epidural? I was like, we haven't got time.
Oh wow!
Do you know what I mean? It's like
wow.
So yeah. So and again, I feel like a dickhead because I'm like, she's like, I can't do this. I'm like, well, you are doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You are doing it. You're currently doing it. You're doing really well. You're doing so well.
Yeah, proud of you, kid.
You know what I mean? Doing so well. Like, you feel like an absolute dickhead.
He just throwing words of encouragement.
To be fair, she did really well. No drugs or anything like that. She did really well. But then Malachi had to stay in because they found some poo in his lungs, whatever. So obviously he'd shitted when he was in the room and it hadn't cleared. And his breathing was really rapid.
Oh shit.
So they kept him in and until he's breathing kind of regulated, they kept him for 7 days.
That's a cuss when he gets older.
Almost 7 days, yeah.
If you can't say nothing to me, you had shit in your lungs.
So yeah, obviously Abby stayed in the hospital for 6 days or whatever, and she's worried every time they take him away to do tests. She's worried and all this stuff. So yeah, it was horrible in that respect. But the actual birth itself, even though it wasn't great, was better than the first time around.
Mad.
But yeah, both times were pretty sucky.
Jesus Christ.
But it was so different coming back with Malachi when he finally come, because we didn't really want to take Mahalia to the hospital to see Malachi, because it's a hospital.
Yeah,
it's not very nice.
Yeah.
So she didn't meet him for a few days, I think.
Was she excited?
Well, yeah, she didn't really know what was going on because she was 2 at that point. She didn't really know what was going on. And then once, we brought him home, kind of sat her on the sofa and said, "There's your brother." She kind of, but she was so good with him. Straight away, she was good, like protective, make sure he's all right straight away. And even now, she's tell everyone, she's like, "That's my brother." She's very, very protective of him. But then at the same time, we'll like buy him off at every opportunity at home. But yeah, it was a completely different. And even like just the first few weeks, I completely forgot what we did the first time around. Yeah. Because it seemed like so long ago. Like trying to put the clothes on Malachi when he was first born. Again, I was like, how do you do this? Yeah. Fuck. I'm not used to doing this. I'm used to putting on Big Child. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was a very strange experience. And again, this time she breastfed. With Malachi, she breastfed. Mm-hmm. So I think if Mahalia wasn't there, I probably would have been like, "Oh, what the fuck do I do?" Yeah. You keep her entertained now, isn't it? So that kept me, So my job was, I take care of Mahalia, you have Malachi. Yeah. So I had a job set out for me. Yeah. So it was a lot easier the second time around. That's mad. Yeah, I love that. That's better than you. Right, so chin that. That's it. Yeah, mate. Yeah, that's it. No, that's nice. Episode 4 in the bag. Episode 4, yeah. But yeah, don't forget you can subscribe by just going to youtube.com/Chronicles of Dad, I think. Chronicles of Dad. Just double check that. If not, just go search for Chronicles of Dad on YouTube and then you'll find us. And then we're on Spotify, Apple Music, Google, and all them thing there as well. So yeah, stay tuned for episode 5 next week. And we'll be putting stuff on socials and talking to as well. Take care, team. Peace. Juicy.